In the serene surroundings of a secluded monastery nestled in the mountains, a young monk was known for his habit of procrastination. Despite his good intentions and potential, he often found himself delaying tasks, putting off chores, and postponing his studies. He would say to himself, "I will do it later," but later never seemed to come. This habit led him to fall behind in his duties, leaving him feeling frustrated and inadequate compared to his diligent peers. One morning, as the sun rose over the misty peaks, the monk approached Buddha with a troubled heart. "Master," he began, "I have the desire to learn, to meditate, and to fulfill my duties, but I always find myself delaying. I tell myself I will do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow becomes the next day, and so on." Buddha smiled gently at the monk and said, "Come, let us take a walk." They walked together to a nearby clearing where the morning dew still glistened on the grass, and the air was fresh and cool. Buddha then pointed to a tree full of ripe mangoes. "Tell me," he said, "if you were hungry, would you wait to pick the fruit until it fell on its own, or would you reach out and take it now?" The monk thought for a moment and replied, "I would pick it now, master. If I waited for it to fall, it might spoil, or someone else might take it." Buddha nodded exactly. Opportunities like these mangoes do not wait. If you delay, you may miss them entirely, or they may no longer be as valuable when you finally act. Laziness is like waiting for the fruit to fall. It robs you of the present moment and the possibilities it holds. He continued, laziness often arises not from a lack of desire, but from a mind clouded by distractions and a heart weighed down by excuses. When we postpone actions, we give our fears and doubts time to grow. The more we delay, the heavier the task appears, making it even harder to start. The key to overcoming laziness is to act now, without hesitation, and to cultivate a habit of taking small, immediate steps. Buddha then gave the monk a simple task: sweep the monastery courtyard. "Do not think of finishing it all at once," Buddha advised. "Focus on sweeping just one corner and then another. When the mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to the task. As you complete each small part, the whole will come together." The monk took Buddha's advice to heart. He began sweeping one section at a time, and to his surprise he found himself enjoying the work. The courtyard, which once seemed like a massive task, slowly transformed under his steady effort. Each sweep felt like a small victory, and as he focused on each step, his sense of procrastination faded. He realized that the task wasn't daunting. It was his thoughts that made it seem so. Over time, the monk applied this principle to other aspects of his life. He broke down his studies into smaller parts, tackled his chores bit by bit, and approached meditation with a focus on just the next breath. His procrastination dissolved, and he became known for his quiet diligence and mindful approach. In our busy modern lives, laziness often stems from the overwhelming feeling of having too much to do and not knowing where to start. Just like the procrastinating monk, we tell ourselves that we'll do it later, only to find that tasks pile up, making them seem impossible to tackle. Buddha's lesson teaches us that the key to overcoming laziness is not about making grand resolutions, but about taking small, immediate actions. By focusing on one step at a time and tackling small parts of a larger task, we reduce the mental burden that often accompanies procrastination. Dear friend, you are watching Motivational Stories by Perspective, and stay motivated.